Hey Reefers, welcome back to another video from Reef Drama. Today we're going to go through how to calibrate the Reef Factory Level Keeper. So it's nice and easy, but you might notice over on my right hand shoulder here that I've got some goodies that I've been given for Christmas presents, so thank you very much for that, and you will see those in upcoming videos. Now stay tuned and don't forget to press the subscribe button so that you can see these videos as and when they come up. See you in a bit.
Right then guys, so calibrating of the level keeper. So as you can see, first of all, we've got it on the monitor. Now it's always on this monitor, it's connected to the laptop 24/7, 365, and I've also got the Sine that's on here as well. So usually this screen is showing me half the Sine and half for this level keeper. Now I've got it on full screen just to make it easier obviously for yourself to see, and you can see over in this bottom right hand corner where we've got the Calibrate icon, and you can see that it says here next calibration 18th of May 2021. So I am quite behind on doing this, but never mind, we're getting round to it now. So when we click on this calibrate icon, it then brings up another window which will allow you to choose fill the circuit. Now what that will do once you select that is it will then fill basically the piping that runs between the RO tank and then your sump. Once we've done that, we'll then be able to begin the calibration. Now as far as the accessories and bits and pieces that I've got to use, as you can see down here, I've got a washing up bowl because I know this is going to kick out quite a bit of water. I've also got the jug here, so once we've got it into the washing up bowl, I can then transfer it into the jug and take some measurements off the side. We've got some milliliter indicators on the side here, and then also just for the last bits of water that's maybe not going to fit into the jug, I can then put it into this graduated cylinder, which also gives me perfect sort of milliliter measurements as well. What we will need to do is we will need to take out over here the RO tubing. Pop it, hopefully you can see there, we've got the end of the RO tubing. So there is that pipe. Okay, so let's click on the fill circuit. That will now turn the pump on, and it will basically make sure that there's water in the pipe itself. We'll just let this do this for a second and then it will cancel off. There we go. So now that's done that, let me move this pipe out of here temporarily, and then what we're going to do is I'm just going to get rid of this water, and then I can obviously then just tip this water back into my RO tank. Okay, so that's that done. So we filled the circuit, we'll put this washing up bowl back in the sump, we'll get our tubing, pop that back inside, and then we'll come back up to the computer, and we've got here begin calibration, so we'll click that. We've got calibration in progress, please wait on the display, and as you can see we've got the water now coming into our container. Now depending on what pump you're using, what size tubing you're using, obviously you may be able to just use a small jug, you know, that might only hold a litre, but I'm pretty sure this is going to be a good couple of litres that's going to come out of here in this 30-second duration. So we'll let this finish off. Okay, so that's now done. And back up on the screen, we've got specify how much liquid has been dispensed, and as you can see, we've got in milliliters here. So first thing that we're going to need to do, we're going to take our jug, we're going to take our washing up bowl full of RO water, and we're going to tip it into here so that we can get our measurement. Now that is bang on 1600 mil, so I'm going to get rid of that. Put that back into the RO tank, tip the difference in. Let's see what we've got here. Do I need the graduated cylinder? Yeah, it's kind of in between and I can't really tell what it actually is. So let's put some into this graduated cylinder. And what I'm going to try and do is get it to, oh, that was bang on, that's 800. So that's 800 mil in the jug. We've already done 1600 mil. And now we've got 68 mil. So we've got 68 in the graduated cylinder. I've got 800 there over in the jug. And we've already poured out 1600 mil. So that's a total of 2,468 mil. So we're going to go and enter that now into the little thing on the screen. This might take some time. I can't get my keyboard. Everything's in the way of getting my keyboard, so I'm going to let this scroll up and we'll come back to you. Alright, there we go. So 2,468. Obviously that would have been a lot quicker if I could have got my keyboard. Could have just typed it in, but I had to use the arrows to scroll all the way through. So we're going to click OK. And we've got the thank you for calibrating the device. And we can choose the period of when we next... Will it open up? Yeah, when we next want to do it. So I'm going to set mine for 3 months. Click OK. And what that will do is that will now go in as part of my aquarium maintenance routines. Obviously under that 3 monthly. So we've got here on the screen, next calibration on the 29th of March 2022. So brilliant, all done. Now, just to show you the pump that I'm actually using in the RO tank, it's this one here, which is probably why I'm getting, you know, almost 2.5 litres through it in 30 seconds. But I have got my level keeper set, so if it runs for 1 minute, it will shut down. So worst case scenario, it's going to put 5 litres of RO water into the system, and then it will shut off anyway. So, but hopefully that's not going to happen. I have tried putting a tap onto the end of this hose that's in here, but it made loads of gurgling noises, which I didn't particularly like. So I've taken the tap offline, and obviously the pump is set to its lowest setting. So this is a 600 litre per hour pump, and it does have a flow regulation, so that's set to the lowest that it can possibly go, but you know, still doing just under 2.5 litres in 30 seconds. So we'll see how it goes anyway, but that's pretty much all you're going to need for the calibration, probably even less than what I've done, because you will hopefully be able to miss out the washing up bowl, and all you'll really need is kind of just some sort of a jug, so you can take the measurement and then input it into the system. So very, very easy. That's it from me for this week. Thanks very much for watching, and hopefully I will see you next week.
Easy go.